Welcome geometry students to class today on this Wednesday the 5th. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're ready to learn some math today. Here are some quick announcements. There will be a test on Friday. I will do the best I can to be there to give you that test. So there'll be a test on Friday and a review sheet on Thursday. You owe me yesterday's homework, which was lesson 9.5. Please turn that in now at this time. You owe me yesterday's homework, lesson 9.5. Makeups listed below. Jasa, you took your chapter 8 test. I curved your test a little because I forgot to give you the formulas for the test, and that was my fault. So if you had a formula written wrong but yet did the math correctly, I did give you credit for that. That was the right thing to do. I told you I'd give you the formulas for that. So your test is listed on Sycamore. Jasa, you took your quiz. Also, same thing with you. You're supposed to have the formulas at your disposal, and I forgot to do that. So I think there were a couple formulas you had wrong, and as long as you did the math right, I still gave you credit for it. And so your quiz is also listed on Sycamore. So I wanted to mention all those things to you, and then so also, Jason, on your two quizzes, remember one of those you don't have to take. The only problem, Jason, I'm not going to say that I feel like I'm being ignored here, but I have yet to hear from you at all, and I keep saying I'll be patient with you and I'll work with you, but yet you have yet to tell me what you want me to do with the quiz from like 3 weeks ago. Not take it, whatever. I really need to hear from you on that. Email me or something. Now, the other quiz that you missed, I told you could skip that, but whatever you get on the Chapter 9 test, the Chapter 9 test this Friday will go in for that quiz grade. So, or you can take the makeup quiz like Azu did. That's up to you. Now, one more thing. I don't want to be grouchy here, but I've been really patient with you, Jason. But what I don't understand is this. 9.3 was taught on Monday. 9.4 was taught on Tuesday, which I think you were there, Jason. I know, Azu, you were there. But yet, you didn't turn Tuesday's homework in. Let's see, let me think this through for a second. No, I believe 9.4 was Monday, so we turned, let's see, we turned that in. Okay, I paused the video. I'm back. Sorry, guys, I was a little confused. That's my fault. On Monday, I taught lesson 9.4. And so that was turned in on Tuesday, yesterday, yet I'm pretty sure you guys were here Monday. It's so hard to know. Okay, I'll be patient with you, you be patient with me. It's so hard to know because I'm not there. And quite often the attendance is not recorded. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. So all that I can say is, again, Jason, I'm not saying I'm being ignored, but I need to know what's going on here with these. And Azu, I know you talked to me yesterday and told me you're behind. I really want these caught up. I would say by Friday, but I want you focusing on your test. But by Friday or Monday, I'm going to send out some emails. I've been really consistent with contacting parents, but yet I want to give you guys a little bit of a grace here. And I know these here, Jace, are from last week, and you missed some days, but I know Monday was 9.4. I don't know if you were there that day or not. I don't remember, but Azu, I know you were. So please work on these. Please email me. Please tell me what's going on. That would be a huge, huge help to me. Okay, moving on. I know today's a Wednesday, by the way, and so I am going to go quickly. And so do get out your notebooks. Let's go really fast. And let's take some notes as quickly as possible so you can work on your homework before the class period is over. We're going to end Chapter 9 today by looking at a solid that we have not looked at yet during this chapter. The solid is called a sphere, and it looks like this right here. Now you can draw this in your notes or not, that's up to you, but I want you to know what we're looking at. The solid is called a sphere, and it looks like this. Now we are going to learn today how to find the surface area and the volume of this solid right here. Okay, so we are going to learn how to find the surface area and the volume of this solid, and I think you'll find it really easy. Okay, so here's your heading today: volume and surface area of a sphere. The lesson number is 9.6, and the date today is the 5th. All right, lesson 9.6. Now here are the two formulas. By the way, I am going to go fast. You will have to pause the video when you need to. Here are the two formulas. Listen to this. If you can make the correct substitutions and type the information correctly into a calculator, then you will have no problem solving these types of problems. No problem at all. And remember, you don't have to memorize these two formulas. On the test, I will have a formula sheet for you. Now, the only catch is I will not tell you what each formula goes to. On the formula sheet, I will not say that this formula goes to a sphere. Okay, I will not do that. But this is the formula for the surface area of a sphere, and this is the formula for volume. Okay, so you need to be familiar with those two so you can use them on a test. But think about it. If you know this formula here and this formula here, it really becomes so simple. Let's do two problems for surface area, two problems involving volume, and then we're finished. Okay, if you want to write this in your notes so you don't have to draw the picture in your notes, make note that the problem is page 517, example 1a. I would write that in your notes, and we're going to find the surface area of this sphere. We're going to find the surface area of this sphere. Now, obviously the formula says we need 4 and then times pi, 3.14, and then times radius squared. Well, obviously the radius is 8. The diameter would go all the way through, and the line we have does not go all the way through, so the radius is 8 squared. So all that I have to do is square my 8, which gives me 64, multiply 64 times 3.14, and then times 4, and I will have the surface area. So the surface area for this sphere is 803.84 inches. Now it would be squared because we're dealing with surface area, and area is always square units. So 803.84 inches squared is the surface area. Now students, that's easy. If you can substitute numbers in and type them into your calculator, you can solve these problems. Okay, in your notes I would make note that we're doing a problem on page 517, example 1b. Let me get a drink here real quick. We're going to find the surface area. We're going to find the surface area of this sphere. So with that in mind, we know we need a 4, and then next is pi, so I'm going to substitute 3.14, and then next I'm going to substitute the radius, which is 5. Now that should be pretty obvious. I mean, look, if this is my whole diameter going all the way across, I cut that in half, and I know from here to here the radius is 5. So now with my calculator, I have 5 times 5, that's 25. So I simply multiply 25 times 3.14 times 4, and I get 314. 314 square centimeters, or centimeters squared. There's the surface area. Students, it's just that easy. Substitution and evaluating. Okay, let's go on and do two problems dealing with volume. Now, surface area, by the way, is like how much area is around the outside of the ball or the outside of the sphere. Okay? Volume is how much space is on the inside. Like if you were to cut a little hole right here in this and pour sand inside of this, or blow air inside of it, or pour water inside of this, that would be volume. And here's the formula we use for volume of a sphere. It's 4/3 times 3.14 times radius to the third power. So look at that, students. I mean, really, it's not that hard. So I take 2 times 2 times 2, that's 8. So 2 to the third power is 8, times 3.14 times, and if you're going to type in 4/3, be sure and put 4/3 in parentheses. Okay? So you would want to put 4/3 in parentheses, then times 3.14, and then times 8, because 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. And if you type all that in correctly, here is what you will get for the volume: 33.493, repeating, and that would be cubic feet, because you're dealing with volume. Whenever you're dealing with volume, it's going to be cubic units. That's it. Students, if you can type this into your calculator correctly and make the correct substitutions, you will get these right. And let's find the volume of one more, please. Let's find the volume of this sphere right here. Notice it's page 518, example 2b. And notice it's going to be half of a sphere? A half. So what I recommend is we go ahead and find the total volume, and then when we're all done, we'll divide it by 2. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and find the volume of this whole sphere as if it was there, as if I had the entire thing. Okay, so 4/3 times 3.14 times 125. Now, where did I get 125? Well, the radius is 5, and 5 to the third power, 5 times 5 times 5, is 125. So now with my calculator, I'm going to go ahead and put 4/3 in parentheses. And then times 3.14, and then times 125. And the answer that's coming out on my calculator, hopefully I'm doing it correctly, is 523.3 repeating, and that's going to be cubic inches, or you can say inches cubed. So there we go. Students, if you will just not get confused as to which formula is for surface area and which formula is for volume, you will have no problem with the homework, okay? Now, listen to me carefully. I know that it is a Wednesday, so I know I cannot give you homework. But what I can say is get to work on this now, and you must turn something in tomorrow. I'm going to trust you to work the whole class period. Don't talk, don't visit, work on your homework, and tomorrow you will turn this in. Now, if you don't finish the assignment in class and you want to go home and finish it, fine. You don't have to, you can. If you do not finish it in class and you don't want to finish it, that's fine, that's up to you. But I want you to do as many of these as you possibly can in class to help you, okay? Next, the video, of course, is called Geometry 9.6 Homework. That's the video to help you if you get stuck on any of these problems. However, the video I'm circling right now, this video right here, is from when? Is from last year. So please don't listen to anything that it says about upcoming tests or quizzes or homework being due. The only thing you're listening to is how to work out the problems on this assignment, okay? All right. Call or email if you have any questions at all. Jason and Zoo be in contact with what's going on with the missing work back here. And that's basically it. Have a good day and contact me with questions.